Hi guys, how are you? I'm back. Today I want to try to talk about life stressors because when you have irritable bowel syndrome, a lot of their triggers are stress. Plays a big factor in that. So I wanted to try to talk about stress today. My stressful things that hurt my IBS and my gut. Because the most important thing is for your gut, your stomach, not to be tense and not to be upset. It's so weird because sometimes when I'm outside and I'm cold and I'm like my body's shivering, I even can get a stomach ache off of that just from me tensing up and shivering like that. So I just wanted to talk about some stressors for me that affect me in life. My first stressor I'm going to say is relationships. Relationships are very, very hard. Um, it's a give and take type of thing in relationships. I've been married for 25 years, and stress can come from a relationship. I'm not saying that's the reason for IBS or why you're sick, but I'm just saying that being stressed is a big part of IBS. And in a relationship, there is stress. If it's not stress, then if it's perfect to me, it's not real. No relationship is perfect. Each person is different. Each person has their own different beliefs. So it's kind of hard to always come to a common ground in a relationship or a marriage because it's about give and take. Basically, you have to know what battles to pick. That's what I call it. Are you gonna go on a rant every time your husband forgets to leave puts his sock on the floor after you've been cleaning the room all day? Or, you're gonna get upset about everything he says and let it bother you, him or her. So relationships play a big role in it to me. Mine does because I am a worry body. I worry about things, I let little things bother me that probably shouldn't. And with having IBS, you have to try to control what you let bother you because it'll make you physically sick. Now, your mate or your significant other, whatever, will be completely fine if they don't have this disorder. And you'll be stressing, but then you'll be sick and I'll be vomiting, I'll have diarrhea and cramping, and I'll have to just lay down, can't even function or deal. So you just have to know what battles to pick sometimes in relationships. If when you have IBS and even when you don't have IBS, just in general. It's a give and take type thing, and you have to compromise. And sometimes, even when you're not wrong or you don't see it their way, sometimes you do have to still come to a common ground or just throw in the towel. This argument, you're not going to win. It's no sense of going back and forth because you just get yourself really, really sick and upset. Also, kids. I have children and I have grandchildren, and there is no parent book to be the best parent. There is no parent book to be the best grandparent. There's no guide. You do the best that you can as being a parent and a grandparent. And that's another stressor for me is because I always want to make sure I'm there for my kids and everyone is okay and no one's feelings are getting hurt, everyone's being understood. And a lot of the times you can't do that all the time. You cannot always think that you can fix everything. And a lot of the times that's what I try to do. I want to fix everything. I want to make everything okay. And at the same time, I'm draining myself and hurting my gut by doing that. You have enough to deal with already and a lot of coping skills that you have to try to manifest as someone having irritable bowel syndrome anyway, just how to deal and cope on a daily basis. Nevertheless, everything else, that comes along with life. So sometimes we just have to learn how to let things go. We have to learn how to not stress over every little thing if possible, which is very hard for me. You guys, please leave comments below and let me know what some of your IBS stressors are or things that you think that I can do that can help me as well, or topics that you want to talk about. And next time that I get on, we can talk about them. Also, I try to do a lot of things since I have all these things that, stressors, I try to do things to help myself with that. Like I do a lot of candles. I like good smelling candles. I like the aroma therapies candles, and it just makes it calming. And I need everything to help me be calm and make my gut calm. Even when I go to the nail place, the lady's like, relax your hands. I'm like, I can't. I don't know how to relax my hand. That's my problem. I don't know how to relax. And not and be intense all the time is why what triggers my gut to go into a spasm, and then I get an episode or a flare up. So I just got to find more relaxing things. I try yoga, meditation, exercising is really good, but it depends. Some days I'm really weak, depending, how many episodes of flare-ups I had that day or week, that I can't always exercise. But I try to do at least a little something because I do, like to work out. It does help me. Also, I do peppermint tea, I do caramel tea, a lot of herbs, and I've been doing CBD lately, and that really helps. It really, really relaxes my body. I've been doing CBD oil drips and like in my tea, and CBD gummy bears, which are really helpful, and you can carry those around with you, and just put one in your mouth, whenever you're out or whenever you feel your gut getting tight and an episode or flare-up's about to come on. So that seems to help me a lot too. And one thing that's important for me is being in a calming, quiet atmosphere when I eat. I try to not be around everything that's going on, because if I hear anything or see anything that's going on, it just, sends my gut into a spasms, and then I lose my appetite, and then I just can't do it. So I try to be in a calming atmosphere, excuse me, and also eat slow helps me, because if you eat it all fast, it's going to make me go to the bathroom and be sick right away. Sometimes I can get the cramps and feel that the stomach ache's coming on, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just boom, instant. I'm not even done with the plate and I'm already breaking out in a sweat. Back is cramping, stomach's cramping, and I already know that I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. Also, so as soon as I'm done eating, I'll have to go to the bathroom if I'm in a noisy atmosphere or I was in a stressful atmosphere, or even if I'm just sitting there thinking about things, it could send me to the bathroom. Also, your bowel activity is triggered every time you have a stressor, or you go in your fight or flight mode. I could be in the car and I could be like, someone almost hit me and I just freaked out and got panicky, and it triggered a stomach ache. And also when I'm outside and I'm cold, I notice that triggers one as well, because your body's tensing up at the moment because you're cold, and that can also trigger a stomach ache for me. I would like you guys to please comment below and let me know what your stress triggers are that hurt your gut, and maybe things that you do to help that. I do peppermint tea and caramel tea a lot, and I do yoga. I try to meditate. I also do CBD oil, which is really good and it helps me. I also do CBD gummy bears, because you could take them anywhere you want. You just pop the gummy bear in your mouth. So that seems to help lessen how many episodes and how much pain that I'll be in during an episode. That on that topic, that brings me to, there's someone that inboxed me and was asking me about do I have an address, because they want to send me some things to help me be more comfortable with my IBS. And I think that was awesome, and I really appreciate that. I would like to know if I see that you're more comfortable inboxing me, which is fine, but I would like to know, if you do send me a box, would it be okay for me to open it on live or something, do a video and share what you sent and maybe your name? But if you don't feel comfortable, that's totally fine. I do think that that's a great idea and I like it, but I don't want my site to be seen as me wanting something. My goal is to come on here and try to share stories with you guys and have you guys share things with me and us go through this IBS journey together and learn from each other. I don't want anyone to think that I'm on here trying to get anything, because that's not the point. Also, I don't want to seem uptight or stuck up like I'm too good to accept a gift either. So I do have a PO box that I can share on here, that if you want to send me something, that's totally fine. Let me know if you would mind if I opened it on here and shared your name and your information. But if you don't want that and you want to continue to inbox me, that's fine as well. Also, I just want to see if you guys can share some of your experience with me and some of your life stressors as well, or give me any ideas of things that work for you, or things that you might want me to research and see if they'll work for us. I'm here to do, whatever to help us all get through this journey together. I also wanted to share my book with you guys. I have this amazing book that I use. It's called IBS for Dummies. If you guys don't know, you can get it on Amazon or in Barnes & Noble. I did have to order it when I went to Barnes & Noble. They were completely out, and a few times I went, they were out. The lady there told me that this book goes quick, and it's a very helpful book. It gave me some great ideas and explained things to me more. And it's, it says that people who have experienced severe psychological distress in their life and have high anxiety and depression seem to suffer from IBS. It says women seem to suffer more than men with IBS because we're worry bodies. We worry more than them. So they're also saying hypersensitivity to things, like I was discussing, relationships, your family, your job, things like that, things that you stress over, your stressors can affect you as well. So worrying is a big thing. They have that. Worrying is a form of self-induced stress is what they have in here. Worrying is not necessarily a diagnosis condition, but it's something that affects people, and stress can make you sick. And people with IBS and gastritis issues get chronic pain and from stressing over things. So it says that those who have good skills have fewer episodes and fewer doctor visits. So you got to find something that helps you cope with your stress. I would like to talk more about life stressors if anyone wants to talk about that. So please comment below. Also, don't forget to hit the red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Please like it and share it. And don't forget to ring your notification bell so that every time I put up a new video, you automatically get a video sent to you letting you know that I have a video up. I don't know if you can hear my twin granddaughters. They're in there crying. They probably want their Gigi. That's what I'm called, Gigi. So I'm gonna go now. I just wanted to have this video with you guys on life stressors, and maybe we all can help each other and give each other some advice on life stressors and things that we can do to try to help our poor gut out. So until next time, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Goodbye.